Welcome to this explainer. Right now, a massive transformation is happening inside classrooms worldwide. And let's be honest, the core challenge educators face isn't a lack of dedication. No, it is a severe lack of resources and time. Between planning lessons, grading papers, and managing diverse personalities, the school day ends way before the work actually does. But there is a huge shift occurring. We are looking at exactly how artificial intelligence helps reduce that heavy workload for teachers and actively promotes students' critical thinking, all without ever replacing the human element of teaching.
This quote perfectly captures the current landscape. Teaching is undeniably a full-contact profession. By the time all the urgent, daily tasks are handled, the idea of researching new tools or building complex materials from scratch is, well, it's just not realistic for anyone. What is needed isn't another chore or some hyped-up software that overpromises. What's needed is a practical solution that actively takes some of that weight off.
And the division of labor here is exactly what makes this technology so incredibly effective. Think of it like a giant puzzle. AI handles the logistical heavy lifting, things like content generation, research, and differentiation, like instantly adjusting reading levels. But on the flip side, the human's job remains interpretation, evaluation, argument, and professional judgment. The technology just produces the raw material, while the educator and the student do the actual thinking. So here is the roadmap for today's explainer. We will cover 1. The time problem and solution. 2. Thinking in social studies. 3. The smart math assistant. 4. Personalized language learning. 5. Application in science. And 6. Assistant, not a replacement. Let's dive in.
Starting off with Section 1, the time problem and solution, shifting the logistical burden.
To solve that universal time deficit in classrooms, these tools act as assistants to shift the logistical burden. The goal absolutely isn't to replace instruction. Instead, AI produces a first draft of a rubric or a case study, which educators then refine with their own expertise. For students, it completely removes that dreaded blank page paralysis. It provides a starting point without doing the heavy cognitive work for them.
Moving right along to Section 2, thinking in social studies, generating perspectives to analyze.
Social studies runs entirely on evidence and perspective, right? Well, imagine generating descriptions of a historical event, like World War I, from 4 completely different national perspectives: British, German, Serbian, and Ottoman, and getting that instantly. Students can then map out exactly where these narratives conflict. The AI simply provides the raw text, making those different viewpoints visible for deep analysis. But here's the real kicker. Once those perspectives are generated, the crucial question becomes, whose experience is missing? The student's job is to spot the gaps in the generated output. Every AI model has limitations baked right into its training data. Spotting those specific gaps builds the exact kind of critical thinking and civic awareness that is absolutely vital in today's information age. To make this actionable, there are some great tools out there. Humi.ai allows structured interviews with historical figures, literally bringing the past to life. School AI provides safe, personalized tutoring spaces. And for mixed ability classrooms, DIFIT instantly adjusts complex historical documents to completely different reading levels, which saves educators hours of manual rewriting, a total game changer. Let's look at Section 3, the Smart Math Assistant, evaluating flawed AI logic. Now, there is a super common fear that math tools just provide instant answers, completely defeating the purpose of learning. But by reframing them, a brand new workflow emerges. A student works the problem by hand first, then uses AI to check the solutions. Because AI still makes subtle mistakes with multi-step reasoning, the student actually has to find and correct the errors. Finding those subtle errors proves that students can read math critically rather than just mechanically producing answers. It flips the script entirely. Platforms are making this workflow seamless. Instead of just giving answers, Khanmigo offers Socratic guidance, asking really good guiding questions. Photomath provides step-by-step checks to verify work, while Wolfram Alpha generates unlimited randomized practice worksheets. These tools allow educators to build choice boards and empower students to practice independently. Section 4. Personalized language learning, customizing proficiency levels instantly. The primary challenge in language learning is managing multiple native languages and proficiencies in one single room. Imagine a new student arriving mid-semester speaking a language no one else knows. A reading assignment can now be instantly translated into their native language at their exact reading level. What used to take weeks of waiting for district translation services literally takes just minutes now. But it is vital to distinguish between aimless chatting, which is generally pretty low value, and structured scenario roleplay. Negotiating a price at a market or checking into a hotel, complete with specific goals and built-in reflection, builds real comprehension. That reflection step is exactly what turns a simple interaction into deep, meaningful language learning. Educators are bringing this to life with incredible platforms. 11 Labs generates striking native speaker audio for custom listening labs and pronunciation challenges. Quill.org provides immediate, targeted writing feedback, and Diffit excels at generating vocabulary lists perfectly tailored to leveled texts. All right, Section 5, Application in Science, Bridging Concepts with Real-World Data. The big challenge in science is bridging abstract concepts with real-world application, and AI bridges that gap beautifully. For example, students collect natural data, like leaves or rocks, and train a machine learning model to classify them. After testing its accuracy, they deliberately introduce edge cases, like, say, a damaged leaf, to try and break the model. This failure analysis teaches them firsthand about real scientific limitations. To build these types of activities, Google Teachable Machine is perfect for classification modeling. Labster provides immersive 3D simulations for safe experimentation. And, importantly, Consensus serves as a phenomenal research engine built entirely on actual scholarly papers, ensuring students verify hypotheses against real science, completely free from hallucinated sources. Finally, Section 6, Assistant, Not a Replacement, the human element of teaching. Bringing this all together, the human element remains the irreplaceable core of the classroom. Drawing a parallel to past technological panics provides some real clarity here. Think about it. The calculator didn't kill math instruction, it just changed what math instruction could focus on. AI is doing the exact same thing right now, handling the repetitive work so instruction can adjust in real time. Technology takes the weight off the logistics. By automatically generating problem sets, leveling readings, and drafting case studies, the educator's time is freed up for deeper, personalized human connection. Consequently, the student's time is freed up for rigorous critical thinking and analysis. It perfectly demonstrates how this tech promotes thought and reduces teacher workload without ever replacing the human element. And this leaves us with a provocative thought. With the logistical burdens finally lifted, how will these tools change what the classroom focuses on tomorrow? It's an invitation to completely rethink daily workflows and step confidently into a future where technology amplifies human critical thought. Thanks so much for joining this explainer.